Hello, everybody. I'm Felicia. So excited to do Pilates with you today. I have gotten a request to do inversions, and I'm going to fulfill that request. I love requests and I welcome them. So please, 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 if you have a request, I am more than happy to fulfill it. Okay, so why don't we get started? I'm going to do a couple of exercises to warm up the vertebrae in the back, because in an inversion, we bring our feet up and over the body. So I want to make sure that the spine is nice and limber. So yeah, I think that's about it. Let's do this. Okay. I'm going to come to the side. You can just put your feet in front of you. Knees are up towards the ceiling, feet onto the floor. This is the first level. If you want, you can do the next level and put your heels into the floor. If you have tightness in the backs of your thighs and your hamstrings, this is great, as well as in the front of the hip as well. If you want to extend the legs, this would be the hardest, toes back toward you, but make sure that you're not clenching at the front here. You want to make sure that you're doing it all from the lower belly. Okay, I'm going to do the second version. Palms towards each other, arms back in the shoulder sockets, sitting up on the sit bones, and you're sitting up nice and tall. And we're going to do a half roll back, breathing in and out, scooping out the belly, coming halfway back to the mat, pressing in that belly. One vertebra at a time, slowly comes up to a seated position. Let's do that again. Breathing in and out. Scoping out the belly, coming halfway back to the mat. Pressing in the belly. One vertebra at a time comes all the way up. Let's do two more. Breathing in and out. Scoping out the belly, coming halfway back. Pressing in the belly, not using the front of the thigh. We're coming all the way back up to that seated position. Arms are back in the shoulder sockets. One more. Breathing in and out. Scoping out the belly, rounding that spine. Pressing in the belly. One vertebra at a time comes all the way back up. Full roll back all the way down to the mat. Breathing in and out. Scooping out the belly, rocking off the sit bones. One vertebra at a time slowly comes down onto the mat. Nice and slow with control. Bringing the arms back by the ears, but without popping the lower back. Ribs are in, belly is in, but you still want to keep a small little curve without popping it up. Okay, so small curve. Let's do this again, coming all the way up. Breathing in and out. Fingertips up towards the ceiling, curling up the head, neck, and chest. Belly is in, grounding those feet into the floor, coming out without using the front of the thigh, and coming all the way up to a seated position, sitting up straight on the sit bones and arms back in the shoulder sockets. Let's do this again. Breathing in and out, rocking off the sit bones. One vertebra at a time, slowly comes back down onto the mat. One vertebra at a time. The key is to do this slow and controlled. Let's do this again. Breathing in and out. Curling up the head, neck, and chest. Belly is in, grounding those feet into the floor, using that lower belly, not the front of the thigh, coming up to that seated position, sitting up nice and tall. Shoulder blades in and down back. Good. Let's do this again. Breathing in and out, rocking off the sit bones, rounding that spine. One vertebra at a time slowly comes onto the mat, trying to go nice and slow with control onto the mat. Bring the arms back by the ears without popping that lower back. One more, and then we'll come back onto the mat. So breathing in and out, curling up the head, neck, and chest. Belly is in, grounding those feet onto the floor, coming up with the lower belly, not the front of the thigh, sitting up nice and tall. And then we're going to come back down and stay down. Breathing in and out. Scooping out that belly, rounding that spine. One vertebra at a time. Slowly comes down onto the mat. Good. And then when you're ready, you can bring one knee into the chest and then the other. just rocking left to right and massaging that back. Bringing one foot down to the mat and then the other. Arms down by your side. We'll do a couple of bridges to get into that spine even more. Pressing the arms, hands, and feet into the floor. Breathing in and out. Scooping out the belly, one vertebra at a time. Slowly comes all the way up to the tips of the shoulder blades. Feeling nice lengthening feeling all the way through the front of the body, out past the knees. Breathing in and out. Slowly coming down, one vertebra at a time, onto the mat to rest the tailbone. Good. We are going to do that again. Breathing in and out. Pressing the arms, hands, and feet into the floor, scooping out the belly. One vertebra at a time slowly comes off the floor. I want you to really feel in between each vertebra a stretch as you come up, and especially on the way down. So breathing in and out. Coming down. As each vertebra lays onto the mat, feel an extra stretch in between each one as the vertebra lies onto the mat to rest the tailbone. We're going to do this again, breathing in and out, pressing the arms, hands, and feet into the floor, scooping out the belly, one vertebra at a time, slowly comes all the way up to the tips of the shoulder blades. And then coming back down, breathing in and out. Slowly coming down, one vertebra at a time to rest the tailbone. Now I'm going to scoot a little bit down onto my mat. I just realized I'm a little bit uneven here, not in the center. So now we are going to bring our feet up towards the ceiling. So our legs come all the way up towards the ceiling. Let's just do a little bit of a hip thrust up towards the ceiling, bringing your toes up towards the ceiling. So you can bring your arms down by your side and use them. Breathing in and out, scooping out the belly and coming up with the pelvis towards the ceiling. If you need to, you could always bend the knees if you have tightness in the back of the thigh and the front of the hip, okay? Breathing in and out, pressing in the belly, scooping it out to then come up towards the ceiling with those toes. Breathing in and out, coming all the way up to the ceiling. Let's do a couple more. Breathing in and out, coming all the way up. When you do this, a big mistake that people make is bringing their shoulders forward. So you want to make sure that your chest is nice and wide, arms on the floor, just using your lower belly. Breathing in and out, coming up and down. Let's do one more, just like that. Breathing in and out, scooping out that belly, and coming all the way up. Now we're going to do the inversion. So you're going to take your toes and bring them past your head. Okay, so you're going to be curling or maneuvering the spine as you do that. So that's why we did so many different exercises to really warm up the spine. Your arms are down by your side. You want to use them to help you, okay? So why don't we just do one, and then we'll go over a couple of things. Breathing in and out, pressing the arms, hands, and feet, or the arms and hands, onto the mat as you scoop out the belly and bring the feet all the way over the body. Then you're going to come down, breathing in and out, one vertebra at a time. Slowly comes down onto the mat, pressing those arms into the floor to help you. As you bring those legs all the way down, make sure that you're not crunching forward with those shoulders like I had just mentioned. Also, if you want to do a little bit more advanced, I don't usually do this in my regular mat classes, but typically, Joseph Pilates, he would keep the legs together, bring them over your head, and then separate them and then bring them back down. So this is a preference, it's up to you, but I will do it right now, okay? So arms down by your side, breathing in and out, pressing down with those arms, scooping out the belly, coming all the way back. And then you can separate those legs a little bit, and then slowly coming down, one vertebra at a time onto the mat, okay? Making sure that you don't bring those shoulders forward, okay? Let's do that again. Breathing in and out. Pressing those arms onto the floor, scooping out the belly, coming up and over the head, separating the feet, and then slowly coming down, one vertebra at a time, onto the mat. Good. Bring those feet back together. This time, we're going to come up and over with those legs. Then prop our hands behind our lower back or our pelvis and bring our legs up towards the ceiling. And then we'll do some bicycles and some scissors to make it fun. Okay? So press down, breathing in and out. Press down with those arms, scooping out the belly, coming all the way back with those legs. Taking your hands, propping them onto your lower back. Good. Then belly comes in as you bring those legs all the way up towards the ceiling. Okay? Breathing in and out. Now, you can stay here, or you can bicycle those legs. So as if you're on a bicycle, you just bend and straight, one and then the other, in a circular motion. Belly is in. Always remember to breathe. Do not forget to breathe. Breathing in and out. If you would like to, you can also come into a straddle and up using the inner thigh. Or you can also scissor. It's up to you. Then you can bring both feet together, bringing them back over the head, putting the arms back down onto the floor. One vertebra at a time comes down to the mat without bringing those shoulders forward. Good. And then bring the knees into the chest. Whew. Just rock left to right. Putting your hands behind your thigh. Elbows out to the side, chest is wide. Breathing in and out. And rock yourself all the way up to a seated position. Well, I just want to say thank you for coming today and joining me for these inversions. It was such a pleasure and they're so much fun. Just make sure that you really warm up that spine before you do an inversion. It's really important. And as I said before, I love requests, so please, please, please let me know, and I am more than happy to make it happen. And with that, please like, subscribe, and comment on all my videos. I really appreciate it, and have a great day. Take care.